I just think it's amazing how this game is... Oh! I'm fine. Guys, my god, I cannot tell you how much I've just been enjoying Assetto Corsa recently. Now, I bought this game all the way back in 2014. In fact, I actually left a lecture at university early so I could go and play it. And that's how I got a third. Clever boy. Yeah. And it's a sim that I've consistently always just come back to. There's always a new and awesome mod, new and awesome circuit to go and try, different physics sets, different graphical options, all mods provided by a dedicated modding community, which has not only kept this game alive, but helped it flourish on the PC version anyway. Oh my god. I'm trying to record. Stop trying to call me. Which got me thinking. Recently I saw the trailer for Oh my god! I am recording! Which got me thinking, because recently I saw the trailer for Gran Turismo 7 using PSVR 2, and my god, does it look amazing. Gran Turismo has always looked beautiful as a racing game. So something about that trailer just got me excited, and I thought to myself, well, I haven't got PSVR 2, but I do have a Valve Index, and I do have Assetto Corsa. Let's see how close we can get. So I went into my Discord and went, hello, it's me, stupid driver sim man. Please help. And as always, my lovely degenerates, they delivered and pointed me in the direction of Rain FX, part of the preview version of the custom shader patch for Assetto Corsa. All this, by the way, will be in the description down below, so don't worry if you have no idea what I'm talking about. So I got all the mods that my community recommended to me, put them together in a big jug, gave them a mix, and ended up with something that looks a little bit like this. How cool is this? This is insane. We are at a very rainy Nordschleife right now in a Subaru Impreza GC8 WRX, and I just feel like I feel cozy in here. This is amazing. It looks so good. We even have windscreen wipers as well. Look at this, and you get that little sort of like condensation smear on the windscreen when you use the wipers. It's unreal. Holy. Also the noise, like, all of this just feels extremely cozy. So I tend not to use VR too much anymore on videos, because I think like it's quite difficult to watch, but for this, it just feels like it's necessary. This, to me, is exactly why I got into sim racing in the first place, to put myself in the car, be as close as I possibly could be to the real thing. And I own one of these cars. I own a GC8 Impreza, and this all just... I forgot there was a wall there. This all just looks like it should. It looks awesome. Now I'm going to head out onto circuit now, and I'm not going to put my wipers on for a second, and you're going to see why. So just keep an eye on the raindrops on the windscreen. You can see already they are sort of G dependent. If I accelerate, they go back over. If I brake, they fall back down to the bottom. And what's even better, if I go left to right, give it some like actual G, they move about. That is just unreal detail. It's a small detail, but in terms of immersion, it really gives you something. But I do want to see where I'm going, so let's go onto a very wet and rainy Nordschleife. We're on sort of standard road tyres, and we're kind of simulating right now a waterlogged circuit. So basically, this is very, very tricky right now. It's very slippy all the way around. Is it 100% realistic? Probably not. Is it extremely cool? Yes. And as you hear when we dip into these puddles, we even get that sound effect for that as well. This is all modded content, by the way. Assetto Corsa was never meant to have rain in it. It's never supported by the game itself, yet here it is, looking just thoroughly convincing. Now I've got to be careful because I've got no ABS, as you can see. This car doesn't have traction control, but we are four-wheel drive. Do you see the light there reflecting off the water? That was so cool. We've got four-wheel drive, so the car's pretty decent, but it is going to slide about a lot if we throw it around. So if you're coming down the Hatson back here, you see what I mean? We almost nearly died instantly. So very slippy, definitely challenging, but extremely cool. Now, oh, bloody hell. Now, I, of course, have driven Gran Turismo 7 in the wet a lot, and the wet model of that is definitely superior to this, but I just have to say, being able to do this in Assetto Corsa, again, a game that's just not designed to do any of this wet weather stuff natively, it just looks fantastic. It really does. So it's going to be nice and easy. So there's not really much I can do in terms of really flooring it, because as soon as I do, this sort of stuff happens. And it's very fun, but it's very easy to get into a crash very quickly. So we're going to go up towards the flute plats now. Be careful in this transition. Any sort of elevation, you can see the car wants to just skirt over. It kind of feels like just driving. Driving in the wet is a bit different to this experience. In real life, there are parts of the circuit which do have grip-on still, even on sort of non-wet tyres, and that doesn't really exist in this version of the wet track here. It's basically all just the same sort of level of slippy, which is good. It still gives you an idea of, oh my god, driving on a wet circuit, but it more feels like driving on the rubbered line of a wet circuit, when you cross it and it's just very, very slippy. Especially through here, for example, the car wants to go all over the place. If I go to the outside, it's exactly the same. Grip's exactly the same out here. So yeah, a ton of fun. Let's just try the outside line here, see if it's different on this circuit. Oh, no, still slippy. Oh my god, this looks so good. Can you imagine doing this in real life? It'd be a ton scarier than this, but down the hill now. We're in 5th gear. This car has super short ratios, just like the real life version. Oh, and we're all over. We're going to go in the barrier. No, we're not. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Oh god, god damn it. Oh my god. Don't watch this, people who want to give me racing drives, if you exist. Don't watch this video. I am competent. Be quiet. So all this, all the mods for this, I'm going to put down below in the description. It's fairly easy to install, but it does take a little bit of instruction. So I'll try and put some instructions down below in the description. But right now, I'm just going to enjoy driving what is basically one of my cars in the wet around the greatest circuit in the world. Now, again, getting up to speed, you do start to kind of, the car feels like it starts to lift off the, feels like aquaplanes basically, which is kind of difficult to predict. So it means, you know, I tried driving other cars around here first. I'll be honest, this wasn't the first car I wanted to do this video with, but a lot of other cars, they're kind of too quick, and once you go up to like 240 k's or so, you don't really go any further because you just start wheel spinning. The car lifts off the ground almost. In this, it's kind of perfect. Nice bit of understeer there, why not? Oh my god, this game looks so good. Hopefully it's translating somewhat in the video here. I know VR always, you lose the 3D element, but the feeling of just sort of tiptoeing around this circuit, you really end up respecting the track more, respecting those people who drive around here at all seasons of the year. It's like this here, just random massive rain showers. The puddles are in odd spots. They're sort of sitting there when in reality they'll be just coming down the hill here. I expect a puddle down here somewhere, but oh god, I'm going a bit too quick into here. Come on, be easy on the brake. Really using a lot of engine braking to slow down here. It does feel like driving on a proper waterlogged circuit. In real life, no one would drive on this. It would be track closed, but this ain't real life, so we can be losers. There you go. Oh man, this is something you guys need to try. I think for me, Assetto Corsa sort of filled the slot that R Factor 1, for those who are old enough to remember that game. That's what R Factor 1 was to the sim community. Now that's sort of gone, and all those modders, all that talent that's come across to Assetto Corsa, and it's just amazing what can be done here. I mean, we've got, you know, a fully wet-looking, convincing-looking, wet-looking Nordschleifer. This car is a mod as well. This car is not stock content. It's made by the guys over at Gentle Mind and Remco. Very cool guys, very cool mods they've got there. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a shame the driver sucks. And whilst, as I said, not 1,000,000% realistic, still damn cool to wrestle this thing around here. A lot of oversteer moments. So I'm now starting to get a bit of, like, see how the revs are rising. Starting to get a little bit of wheel spin at high speed here, so it's important to slow it down, just gather it back up again, because once you have those wheel spin moments and the car starts to sort of skip across the surface rather than dig into the tarmac, that's when you're in trouble. That's when you just have those little moments like I had back there. I do want to try and attack this last section, well, as much as I can anyway. The only downside to this car is the first 4 gears are very, very short, very close together, and the 5th gear is a bit further apart, so 4th to 5th is a difficult shift. Oh god, that's too quick, I think. Ah! There's nothing like that moment when you're driving in the wet where you just think, hang on, am I about to smash into the wall here? It could happen. So definitely not the fastest lap on the Nordschleifer so far, but probably one of the most fun. Into the carousel. How's it handled down here? Oh god, there's a puddle down there. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. That was not a very fun experience. Right, let's try and increase our pace slightly. I've been a little bit chill so far. You might also notice I'm shifting at about 6,500 RPM. That's in real life when the turbo sort of gives up in the car. And it's reflected in this mod as well. You can rev higher, but there's no power up there, so there's no point. This is me about pushing about as much as I can realistically without having a big incident, although that might come at some point. Oh god. Oh Jesus Christ. Now in real life, any puddles like that, they would grab the car and pull you into that wall. Here you can sort of ride them a bit. They do seem to upset the car, but nowhere near as much as they kind of should. Like I said, because there's no real sort of racing line dynamic here, you can take the normal line and kind of get away with it. I'm sure Mish is watching us right now and being like, no, that's not the right line. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're fine. If I keep saying we're fine, I will be fine. Okay. Very nice. Easy through here. Let the car calm down a bit. We've only got 280 horsepower in this thing, but we don't really need any more in this condition. The four-wheel drive as well, go on. Oh, I tried to be cool and like back it in there, but I just made a tit of myself, which is the Broadbent way of doing things. Now the best thing about all of this, for me, is the fact that Assetto Corsa, I mean, on a good day you can pick it up for like 4 quid in a Steam sale. Ultimate Edition usually is about 9-10 quid. Even that on its own is 1,000,000% worth it. And then with some mods, oh my god, you can have this experience. Of course you need a VR headset for this, but you don't need a VR headset to enjoy these conditions. And the feeling of it, oh Jesus. I just think it's amazing how this game is... Oh! I'm fine. I was going to say, I think it's amazing how this game is just still going and going this strong. Assetto Corsa, I think, truly is probably the greatest sim racing title of the last few years. It's accessible, there's variety, online racing is pretty decent, obviously not the best out there, but for me, someone who likes to drive on their own a lot, this is just the ideal title, and I'm so happy to see it still going strong here in 2023 as well. It's just amazing. Right, okay, we're near the end. I'm not sure what our BTG is going to be. Well over 10 minutes, I imagine, but that doesn't matter. Oh no, too much. Oh, we're good. Someone crazy motherfucker in this hot air balloon in the wet. There you go, and over under the gantry. And this is where you'll see what the car does at high speed. This is me trying to go straight. It don't want to do it. It don't want to do it. It don't want to do it. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Keep it straight. Oh, I forgot I got a... Oh no. Oh my god. Oh god. Close my... How cool was that? That was so much fun. It was a bit sketchy. I'd say again that, you know, it's not maybe the closest to real life wet weather model out there, but look how pretty it is. It looks so good. It looks convincing. And, you know, maybe with a little bit more tweaking, we could have something closer to a real life wet model. But until then, I'm pretty happy that this even exists. You know, just a gentle reminder that no rain, no weather effects really, apart from sort of cloud, are native to Assetto Corsa. This is all just mods you're seeing right here. The Assetto Corsa modding community has kept this game more than alive. It's helped it flourish, and it's just amazing to see this as someone who's been following the game since it came out all the way back in 2014. But as I said in the video, guys, all the links will be down below in the description. I'll try and write some sort of brief guide as to how to make this work for you, if you want to try and do the same thing that I've done today. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to tap that like button, subscribe as well. It was just a ton of fun doing this today, and I'll love to explore more of the Assetto Corsa mods as I go on. But until then, guys, take care, have an awesome day, see you all next time. How cool it is!